Good morning, Salon. Good morning to those in the diaspora, my locals, them, my neighboring countries, them, global, international. Good morning, Tona. This is not the early morning coffee when I wake up. You know, we'll get a great topic today, and every time we'll prepare for do this early morning coffee, now issues them or history, something way meaningful, way students can also learn from. And so many things there they can discuss. So now a privilege for some of them. I want to apologize first and foremost for coming late. We put the time say 7:30. Well, I've been trying to put things there together, but there's no excuse, me apology. So if you're not a student, this is not an opportunity for try to understand, the history of, the Chinese there, Mr. America, and also the Chinese there, Musa they reside. And why make them conflicts there they arise? What's there they do so? Are they try for decode a whole lot of things them, what only disseminates now the media. I don't they preach, they give on our details them. I want to apologize first and foremost again for the clarity of this morning episode. Sound not come out proper want it, so the place still, mild. But we can discuss why make things they ignite, and also about the shooting where they take place in the United States. Then school shooting there, it only rampant. It only rampant. And some of una don't understand, why make all them things there they take place. And one thing I want to start with this morning. One thing. Good morning, Tona, where they join me. A great episode again. We get a great brother when go by the name of Mr. J.R. with the Jayarr. This not a brother also we come out from the DMV. The DMV come out. Now a big one in passé, we just not to use, but we know ourselves. And one thing I want plead, we don't need show support to so many unnecessary artists. And we get somebody when I artist, we also they try to cultivate the young youth man, get a band, etc., etc. And this not a Northern brother, now from Magbokai come out, and then the diaspora, the kaya frequent here, now I married, now I doing things them. It's about hard time now we all begin to follow this man in page and show support, because they invest in the youth money. And as time progresses, we'll try to get now the episode, we'll try to get live. And very soon, may him they communicate, So please, and we'll try to do another promo, very tentatively I'll make Luna listen. Now we start for follow and support with brother Mr. JR. Now a DMV brother and a Sierra Leonean. So when I waiting at the diaspora and the DMV, when I need for beginning support, and we waiting at Salon, we need for beginning support. So now, let we move to the next topic, or the agenda will come for. The agenda will come for. And I want quotes again, Mr. Yusuf Sise, before I start this topic. This is the early morning coffee, so when I little brace up, little drink small. Early morning coffee, when I little drink and brace up, I want to quote Mr. Yusuf Sise. He post something in this there na in page because myself na a gentleman, we supportive, and I always they follow what he do, And this it makes sense for this topic or they can start with. He say we need for train we beginning and per career the putter. Or la putter first per English. We need to train our kids to be great musicians instead of killers. Let me repeat this one more time again. We need to train our kids to be great musicians instead of killers. That means we need for begin for train we for be musicians them instead of we train them for be killers them, murderers them, maybe even thief man them, 419ers them, etc., etc. But I just want to be specific. Now killers now in end with. And why make this message very important or a touching to me? When they talk of music, when they talk of the soul, anything where they cure the soul, is good for life. So if music na a healing or a therapy tool You know, we don't they heal so many souls then church or impact positively so many souls them. Why make we not go train we picking for be musician? So they go learn about love and know what's not love. Instead of every day we teach them how to be killers. And at this they take place now the diaspora all around we. And one thing I make Lona also remember, I go try for reiterate this because some of you maybe don't watch a film previously, don't hear this title or know of this, you know, this name, the Universal Soldiers. Now that's we get now, Universal Soldiers. You know, you go say you get soldier man in your country for protect the green, white, and blue. I'll repeat this or reiterate this one more time. We go say we get soldier man in our country where they represent or for serve the green, white, and blue. But the rest of them, other countries there where they serve their own flags them. But at the end of the day, they're all now universal soldiers them. Then just to wait for the call. Any outside they send them go, they're ready for go fight. You know, now I mean by universal soldiers them. So they don't train with youth man for more than 18. In Africa, maybe where you 12 or 13. You know, for being a universal soldier. So conflicts and go stop. Now a question. Now let me continue. About the shooting will take place inside Texas. You know, Valdi, if that's so them pronounce this city in name. You know, Valdi, Texas. This mass shooting will take place. You know, for so long some of you go surprise you. Me to me, you know, even they shake me. You know even they shake me. Not to anything new in the United States. You know, I can want to say this not really happen almost every year or two. But now we'll get straight to the details still. You know, a shooter was confronted by police, a confrontation by police before entering the school. As some of the one day we witnessed this incident states. Before the incident, you know, arrived. Uvalde. Somebody say Techno Fanani. It's in a Uvalde. You know, even though you send give me the spelling word, I wish you keep pronounce that for me. You know. So whether now this policeman be acknowledged, say this bobo gets a weapon before they go inside the school. But an officer be don't confront this individual before he go inside and starts this rampant shooting. Now let me continue. This happened around the 24th May, a few days ago. 18 years old gunman who killed at least, he killed 21 people. Not so at least or about, but exactly he killed 21 people. He killed 21 people. You know, now a elementary school inside Texas, Uvalde, you know, if that's what they pronounce it, inside Texas, a school resource officer, again, now a school resource officer, because ever since myself they go to school, when they shoot in the air, they arise, they begin to put policemen in their schools there for the observe. Also for go to deter any individual with the kind of school for sell drugs, you know, etc., etc. You know, so now they get officers in our schools there for just the observed, for doing observation. Or anything we don't look, you know, proper, go for check. Do the check and balance. Well, I guess this officer, maybe he don't smoke small thing this morning. Well, I don't put him past smoke. Maybe he don't drink. Because he smoke, now once you tell me, now smoke money can blunder. No, to smoke money. It depends what you smoke, yeah? So this officer, you know, he encountered this individual, but, you know, I mean, nothing. So 19 people get shot at this elementary school, and 2 teachers then get shot and killed. You know? And this now the deadliest shooting will ever take place in any school inside the United States. One of the deadliest shooting. One of the deadliest shooting. Now we continue. I'll make Leona brace up. So far, as what me don't investigate and what me get, about 119 schools them don't experience shooting since 2018. When they talk of 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, when they talk of over 100 school shootings them. We don't take place now the United States since 2018. Me mind tell me say don't start before then. Because why make they talk so? You know, America, you get a thing what they call copycats. Them. Copycats. Once somebody do something, other person area, they become thrilled about it. You know, him back gets the ability, or it don't mad, him back ready for just go wild. They go copy and do the same thing. Because first of all, I make this warrior, old man they talk say, war, them people there, them blood, them red for war. They don't they train them picking them for be soldier man since when they're young. All man they play with the weapon. All man know what's not gun. No picking not in America we don't know what's not gun or no know how for cock or shoot a gun. Pass no more, I would say maybe 5%. You know? So out of all the years there was a time in 2001 who I go college. You know, we get this other sniper we be to go around. They're going to snipe people and they kill people there. All man be thinks in a white man. But I don't be no seeing another black man. One guy wouldn't call Muhammad. You know? They're going to church different states there. I be there college. Even sometimes okay, go na corner or they smoke small, they panic. Because this sniper know they some side for snipe money. If they attack colleges, them all side. You know? I go left me brother once for go play a football match. You know, around Reston, Virginia. You know, going towards Grainsville. Even that area, the sniper be don't shot somebody there 2 days before they go there. Man be panic. So that thing that they take place. Any day when myself go to school, I be always, you know, I not go talk much. I not go say I get a gun at school. But, you know, we'll be occupied. You know, because so many gang activities they take place at school. We get so many gangs them. You know, the blacks, the Ethiopian stem, with the African stem, the white stem, name it. All kinds of small, petty groups of gangs them be there. And you need for get a small team for they will stand firm. You know? So now I make most of them school shooting they are really they rise inside the United States. So about 119 school shooting. Now the suspect, you know, they say he buy 2 rifles them. The 10 where he turned 18 years old. So on his 18th birthday, this suspect will go to this school year inside Texas. As he turned 18, so now he go buy 2 guns them. 2 rifles them. You know? For his 18th birthday. Inside the school, the suspect again, he fire more than 25 rounds of shot. You know? A majority of them gunfire here, it begin, you know, during the attack. When the attack starts, now it begin go kaboom, 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 kaboom. Ba-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Pum, pum. It begin la femme. It begin la femme. It begin la femme. It begin la femme at the school. Let me say from the all way now, take go to the classrooms them. You know, it begin la femme. You know, so the thing always sad to me, because America able, okay, in a corner with the smoke. But as them call police, you need to take 5-10 minutes, you don't see police. Sometimes if you need to take 2-3 minutes, you don't see police. But why make it take about at least 70 minutes for the policeman to arrive at the scene? Another question. It takes 70 minutes, 77 minutes, about 77 minutes before policeman arrive at the scene. 77 minutes. You know, so by then, the Bobo don't cause in damage. They don't cause in damage. And the officers then, when they arrive, then try to negotiate with this gentleman. You know, all man are a gentleman until the judge say, you know, until the court say you're a criminal. Until the judge say you're a criminal. But all man are a gentleman. So the officers and they approach this man here, you know, and they attacked him first, a U.S. Border Patrol tactical team, then come to this classroom, you know, they force themselves, you know, through, you know, the entry. After they don't try to negotiate with this guy, and negotiation will be going well. So the U.S. Border Patrol, you know, tactical team come inside, you know, and fatally, they shoot this guy at the suspect. He thinks they're going to left and they breathe or they leave. American man, they ever spear a shooter. It's not possible. I don't want to see him from where they grew up inside America. Pass if you're lucky enough. You know? Pass if you're lucky enough. Or the media, all man, they watch you, cameras, and they see you. guns and points by you, then maybe you don't put your guns then down. You say they surrender, they go arrest you peacefully. But part of that day, you all gone, you all hostages them, you know, and team come for you. You delay down. You delay down. One way or another, you delay down. Or even now, if civilians then if camera and all they don't pull you away from civilians then. Also camera and all they pack you. You delay down. Because to know how make yourself like go now courts, like go waste people in time, or go waste the resource system, or taxpayers the money. Now reality so I tell you. Yeah. So they mash up this boy, yeah. So now let we continue. Let we continue. More than 311,000 students inside the United States don't experience, you know, gun violence. Now schools them. Not too small number this. More than 311,000 students them don't experience gun violence. Now schools them. Inside the United States. Then they can claim, say, we were in Africa, we're not rebels. Them. You know, all the other countries. And then they claim, or go and point fingers at people and say, they're not rebels. Them. But then they grow or breed rebels. Them. Every day they behave like rebels. Them. You know? But this they kind of the media. You know, go ever see on Al Jazeera, CNN, etc., etc. If you go to step, limited. Limited. You know? So, let me continue. I'll give you a few schools there. You know, Columbian High School, April 20th, 1999, gun shooting. West Nickel Mines Ashby School, October 2nd, 2006. This now Sandy Hook Elementary School, December 14th, 2012. Now schools are given with dates them. 2018, February the 14th. You know, we get Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. You know, school shooting again. And recent one, this now Robb Elementary School inside Texas, May 24th, 2022. But we get more schools them. You know, I don't tell when I say over past 100 and, you know, some numbers them. What I stated earlier. 119. Over 119 school shooting since 2018. Not too small numbers than this. Not too small numbers than this. And this is very sad, very sad. You know? One thing I'll make Lona reflect on before we continue to the next topic. The youngest, you know, gun shooter in the United States, we don't go shoot a school. Now be 12 years old, Bobo. The policeman is sparing? No. So now I make what they can talk, say, you know, they kill Pekin. The same policeman, they kill Pekin where you behave like saying an adult. I drink back my coffee. Some things then we all go get a conventional agreement. But what something happen, I go know say this conventional agreement is unconventional. You know? A 12 years old, a shooter, go shoot a school. Policeman and be sparing. No. And this happened. I think inside this 2022. Inside this 2022. The dates I get to me investigation. You know? To me investigation. And if I'm wrong, una prove that to me. You know, una correct me. But inside this 2022, this happened. A 12 years old child. Inside the United States. You know? So now let me continue to another significant issue. And this is why I really want to make una brace up. A very serious. This is about the Asian American history. Why make it significant? Because the war where they arise right now, what would they look forward to? World War III. Now some of them sentiments there, or issues or conflicts there, where don't they arise? You know, or people there where they feel certain pain. And this pain here don't they grow because people there no one give them respect. They no one give them respect. Same thing with the African Americans them. We feel like say we don't go suffer inside America. Now we don't establish and make America. You know, so far, you know, to me observation, I want to say with the blacks them, you know, we get small better privileges them than other nationalities them. You know, I don't know why. Maybe the black man are able for control we. I don't know why. You know, maybe we see the same side or we see the same devil. I don't know why. Then prefer we, the blacks them, than any other race inside America. I want to make Leona, judge me by what I just don't state. The white man prefer the black man than any other race inside America. I don't know why. So this now about the Asian American, they call them the AP, with the AAPI, AP or AP, and them people there, I want to start, in a serious notation that them back don't contribute greatly inside America for reform and make America the way it is today. Not to just the blacks them. The blacks are then first go and begin for work. Begin for do the hard labor. For develop this country. But as time progress, the Asians them, the Chinese man them, they also get the privilege for going to this country here, for go work as laborers them. Now let me continue. Let me continue. The Asians then, their complaints them right now. Or their pains them right now. They feel discriminated against. They still feel discriminated against. They still feel excluded from so many things there in the United States. Excluded. They still feel inequity. They still feel inequity inside the United States. And we'll use this word inequity in this episode as people that want to give no justice to, or fairness not render to them. Then they give them justice, and then they treat them with fairness. Then they complain, then complaints there. And recently, they don't go all soon at the media, they create, episodes there, they express themselves, how them back now Americans them, or Asian Americans them, and then deserve the same privilege as every other citizen we born inside America. Because them back we don't labor for this country. Now let me continue. Remember that so many ethnic groups that also in the United States are discriminated against. And the Asians, they don't also help for shape the identity. I want to emphasize on this word. They don't help for shape the identity of the United States. But what seems to be the take place? Why make them people there not express themselves? Parts of the war we don't take place, in Taiwan, around China, Japan, all in wars. Now when they talk of the people that we can settle in South America, that pain they go on in them countries. Now when they talk of the pain where they take place within the country, internally, Congress be passed a act or a policy restricting the immigrants, the Japanese, must not have any intimate with spouses during World War II. Or they're not for even married or first kind of spouses them inside the United States. Now I repeat this again. Congress passed an act during World War II that restricts the immigrants, especially the Asians, not forget any sexual, contact with them with them. That puts up a Creole. So they're not go born. They're not go multiply inside the United States. No kids. Very discriminative. Very discriminative. Now let me continue. Inside San Francisco, the school board established a segregation. As much as the black man will also be segregated, then back we get all black schools. The Chinese man will also be segregated. Then get a primary school only for Chinese children. Then picking them. For attend, then schools say, this now are the one where they don't born inside the United States. The Chinese speaking where they don't born inside the United States. And not be they allow them for go school, not the regular schools then with the whites. Then create a school inside, San Francisco. And this not California area, the west part. And during this time period, during World War II, or when they be the first come, then laborers there, most of them they go reside in people there. Now the west coast, now California. They not be they go to other states to move. Like the blacks, they wouldn't scatter all over America for go work and labor, and suffer. They contain them people there only in one area. California, San Francisco, So then be there, then create school for them picking them. And if you're not a Japanese also, or part of the Asian stem, you want to make you picking for go school, you go apply at the Chinese school. You go apply at the Chinese school. You not go to the white man in school. Or if you want to go to the black in school, if they go allow you. But I don't think say the Chinese man say, boy, they with black stem. Now let we continue. In 1850, all the young single men were recruited as contract laborers from southern China. In around 1850. Then take boku young man from China. Single young man, no one young man we don't marry the way get picking. Single. For they kind of the diaspora for can work as a laborer. So they do that around 1850. And what they kind of America, inside California, whose work they begin do? That be miners them. Miners them, the Asians there. That be miners them, that be railroad builders them. When I want in this, I want to emphasize or reiterate again as many times as possible, that be railroad builders them. If you see the train road business expand in America, you see train roads there all sides in America, now because of the Asians there. And one of the toughest work then that's for later, then tracks there. From one state to another state, one city to another city. Not to be a funny job. It look like so that had me own small sense. What the black man be don't go inside Babylon go suffer when they begin face kind of Asians there, other people them, the black man say, well, the black man go. So like say them pick sense say, well, back low relax small. If you want me to tell we say we useless. But when I not gonna apply for work again. When I love we just sit down, allow them laborers there for work. Because we don't suffer enough. So when they come, them back play their own role. The railroad, as miners them, farmers them. Not forget to be the black man be to do the farming work. Now the cotton farms them. If you see black people and them be so strong, because the cotton, they get so many chuk. You and forget used to that chuk. Where you not use or able to pull enough cotton, they kill you, they will beat you till and kill you. So every day ready for that thing that they chuk you and tell you and they adjust to that chuk. So now so the woman the man and they be strong for work now the cotton, farm. But make sure no more say the American corporations then for make wool, etc. continue for expand. And that profit say they go to the whites money, not to the blacks. So people then suffer, we not just no. But we still sit down comfortable with the blacks still. Like say that's never happened. But let me continue here. So there Asians there, then they as farmers them, factory workers them, inside the United States. All kind of work they do. All kind of work. And they get the least or the less pay. What in they pay black man, then they get slower. And up to now, well, I'm not going to say up to now, unless if you're not a businessman, because now they don't become business owners. But, to me, time where they come up and what's I observe, my observations there. Black man and gets, better chances than even the Hispanics them. People away come from Mexico. Let me continue. The American man hates the Mexicans. Let's talk like that, yeah? Straight and forward. They hate the Mexicans. I don't know why. When I almost get the same color, when they share neighbors, same almost country, but I don't like themselves. And if not they lie, then kill. I'm not going to say the Indians say that be Mexicans them, but the Hispanics them, and all they speak almost the same language, then wipe off the American Indians them. Now let me continue. And when they talk of what's them pass to the blacks them, or the Jew people them, the American Indians them, they wipe them off. You need to see them up again. Now only few American Indians are left, and are the descendants them. One or two maybe the real blood again. They wipe them off out of history. Now we continue. In 1870, the Chinese represent 20% of California labor force. Not so small number than they. In 1870, The Chinese represent 20% of the California labor force work. 20%. 20% of the work money inside California that be Chinese money. Not a small number than it. Too small number than it. Now let me continue. Inside 1882, what's happened again? 1882. Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act. Say the Congress elect for pass act. Now I make one say about Babel. Una can say the presidents get power. Well, the United States, the presidents get power on certain policies. They maybe go veto, but they don't get absolute power. What's the power really there? At Congress. At Congress. So all the senators in it. So all the congressmen in it. That is the power there. What's you get the real founders them of the United States, the Republicans them. Now I make the gun control issue of the talk of. And not go ever, before I continue this, it not go ever arise inside America. For many get gun control or many stop gun business inside America, it not go ever possible because why the Republicans then support guns. They say every American for be armed. Every American gets the right for protect himself. So no matter how much Democrats want try for reverse this policy or try for mitigate and small, possibility is slim because the Republicans are always there for it, and that's make George Bush, that's make the former president, what's his name, a useless name, I don't forget his name, becoming Donald Trump. And that's make you win. And that's make you win because of gun policy system. So let me continue. So in 1882, the Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act. And this lawyer now for prevent the Chinese money or any Asian not for naturalize, inside America based on race. Naturalize mean go be citizen. Go apply for you green card or maybe you citizenship. You just come for work temporarily. You come for state temporarily. Then you come for me then use you temporarily. You're not a tool for me then use temporarily. It will happen to the black money. But it not be possible. Because when they take the black money, they go camp the black money for too long. They go camp the black money for too long. And the black money now go born picking and they, grand picking they begin commodity. So the 10 hour and pick sense here, we need for move them people here back in Africa. It's too late. But it's not this enough for move all the Africans in back to Africa. You see? So they want to do this here to the Chinese money. But they fence late back. They fence late. Let me continue. So they create this act here. And then they restrict, then Chinese immigrants here for about 60 years, not for able to naturalize inside the United States. For about 60 years, not for able to naturalize inside the United States. Starting 1882. Starting 1882, where Congress passed this act, the Exclusion Act. And it be so serious that in every media platform, TV, newspaper, outside, people they demand say the Chinese must go. That drink force me coffee. Just like when they talk, say the black man for go. The Africans must go. The Africans must go. Say some pay them. What's them pay face cam some other Africans. That's salute. They say the Africans must go. When at the same thing, they say the Chinese man they must go. Therefore go. It be possible. Let me continue here. So the U.S. was so determined, and this happened around this period, 1882 to 1887. 1882 to 1887. And the immigration declined. The immigration declined, the entry. Like where they apply or you want to travel for going to the United States. Anybody with that attempts for come to the United States, around this period, when they say the Chinese money for go, then cuts them off. Then nobody accepts anybody again. It be very limited. It be very slim. Unless you're not a prolific individual. You know, you're not a wealthy man. We want to do business. Parts of Tandy, you need to enter Babel. If you not be Asian. You know, but things continue for change. Let me continue. Around 1885, another following act against who that again? The whole talk of the Asians there. There's so many. When I think say, we get the Southern Asians there. We come out Cambodia, Laos, etc., the Chinese man and the Japanese them, the Koreans there. We got black man Asians there also. I make una for afraid black people there. Black people there, they mix with every. I want cost just no. Well, for keeper 100. Black people there with the outside, mixed with all kind of race, all kind of people. Go inside Indian, we'll get the black Indians in there. China, we'll get the black Chinese man in there. America, where I think I make American man elect the black man. Because what the white man born picking with black person, they picking it looks special, a fine for look. See, what black woman they born with black man, they picking always the fine for look. Maybe now make it and elect the black man till today. But let me continue, like you in our first history. 1885, the following act against the South Asians them, the Japanese them, the Koreans them, the Indians them. When I not forget to say the Indians and the Asians them. Okay, them began for arrive also. Then people there, they begin for first then come inside Babel, the west coast against San Francisco area or the Bay Area, replacing the Chinese. And this took place around 1885. Following the act of Congress, when passed 1882, the Exclusion Act. The Exclusion Act, not for allow immigrants from China for inside. So when they exclude them people there, then deter them people there, what's in they do? They create another following act for allow other Asians them for inside America, for work, for replace the Chinese man. And that's what they try for say. For replace the Chinese man. Now let me continue. 1907. Members now they don't go now, they don't accept other Asians them. 1885. They don't go work. They don't work. They don't suffer. They pay them better. Better than they come out. Then 1907 come. What's happened? When I good morning once more, now it's just to join me. Now the early morning coffee, we'll say early morning coffee with the talk of things that were significant. Now fire the burn. Banger for light here. Now we continue. The Japanese immigrants there. Also now we are restricted by what's in a gentleman agreement. A gentleman agreement. 1907. The Japanese immigrants were also restricted by a gentleman or gentleman agreement between the United States and Japan. Another restriction. Another deterrence. Another way for use them people there, exploit them, and so now come back to our country. 1924. The exceptions of Filipinos, 1924, exceptions where we go manage the Filipinos them, but all the Asians, immigrants them, including, listen to this, the Chinese them, then they always there against the Chinese man first. And then first, with the highlight, including the Chinese man 1924, the exceptions of the Filipinos, all Asian immigrants, including the Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, Indians, were fully excluded by law, denied citizenship, and naturalization. All the years they don't come out of this country, don't they work? They will say since 1850, when they begin for recruits and laborers they are for come out China. Since 1850, when they begin for recruits and laborers they are for come out China. When they entire with them, they send them away. They recruit other one for come. When they entire with them, they want to send them away. When they're not able to send them away, what they want to do? Well, when they're not able to be citizen inside America, or when they naturalize themselves inside America, because not on a place, when they not belong here. That's what they try for telling us, or what they try for telling us. And then they prevent also, now listen to this, the most significant part. I make always say, we black money, I don't know what's in the SIPA, but they like we small. It prevents all the immigrants there, the Asians there, from marrying Caucasians. And the first objective, then they will get two variables there. Two variables there. It prevents any Asian around from 1924 or before then. It prevents any Asian from married to a Caucasian. Meaning, no Chinese man or Indian or, Korean or whatsoever for married a white woman. You know for married a white woman. You know for born, you know for going yourself white woman. If they catch you going a white, and there you go, friend. You're not for touch white woman if you're not Asian. And another variable, you know for own any land inside America. They need to sell you land. I don't care what kind of money you get. You need to buy or get or own any land inside America. For the Asians thing. And then when I tell you, the white money, don't they use with black woman, don't they born with black woman, but who have cash then be the come out. Then if you get some white woman, maybe we elect the black man, maybe they hide in a corner, for getting Jews. This may take place. The white man be able to bear this. They be able to bear this. They may hate this, but they be able to bear this. But the one thing they not be able to bear, the Asians then for temper with their own money. They turn into an act as a law, a policy inside the United States. But what this will not be funny. It will not be funny. Now don't continue. Don't continue. Between 910 to 940, the year of 910 and 940, the Chinese immigrants also, they were detained. They be detaining people there based on immigration, business system, or policy system. Usai, now Angel Island. Then detain some Chinese immigrants there, maybe they come out to China for enter the United States. And what's happened? Then people there, they undergo humiliation. The American man, they humiliate them people there, they degrade them people there, they defile them people there. So the list, now we continue. How they defile or, degrade them people there? With medical examination. Say because you come out China, we need for exam, maybe when I get sick, the Lord are not physically sick in our country. People that we're not sure about. Now discrimination. What's in again? They do details interrogation. And what that means? They will ask them funny questions them. What's not the birth date of all man now your household, your family? Your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle. You go sabi? Me we not sabi me sisters them or me mama. I was sabi me mama and me papa. But even me sisters, I not sabi them birthday them. And not to stay na me or me brothers them. So you go ask spouse about your entire family if you know them birthday. Like discriminative questions in that. So they ask them people that they can questions there. And also they ask them, now would I live at the third house of the second row of your village? Would I live at the third house of the second row of your village? Like me, if you ask me, would I live at the third house? I know the people them because now I born, now I grew up, and I know them. I go see maybe Robocop, one guy I go call because they're at the third house. But questions like this are not too significant. They're not too significant. A very discriminative. So, and when you fail for answer that kind of questions there, they will continue for detain you, say then deport you back, not China. They will continue for detain you, say then deport you back, not China. And that take place. So, follow we conclude this topic. So far right now, inside Chinatown, California, Chinatown and Manhattan, the Asians there don't experience again the same discriminative, policy system or against citizens them or the Americans them after this COVID-19 epidemic arise. Since this COVID-19 epidemic arise, they be done the starts back again for discriminate against them people here, for isolate them, for defame them, for bring them down. And the conflicts now where they take place between Russia, and America. And I know say that involves China, and most of the Asian countries there. So this don't create another issue for every Asian American where they inside America. As long as you Asian, any side you pass, then they watch you. It's just like when 9/11 take place. If you're a Muslim inside America, yeah, they pay you. And if you're not from Afghanistan, you dress in that Muslim way. If you not take time, they're going to attack you in certain places. And even the South Asians, the Cambodians, well, don't forget to see the Cambodians, and people from Laos, also not Muslims, and then look like say they not to look, then na black man them. They just gets the ear of a Cambodian or whatsoever. Because I deal with Cambodians them, I don't be friends with them. I sabi them very well. But na black man them. Where you see near them parts of the ear, na black man them. So let me continue. So that's to take place inside Manhattan right now. And the Asian people are don't begin to voice out. They don't begin to voice out. They say we don't labor in this country. They don't use we. They don't abuse we. They don't degrade we. Now we don't change the identity of this country for reform or build this country in identity and up to now on all value we. They still spit on we. And the white man don't spit on him. Even inside China. The American man begets one of the major, distribution where it comes to goods them. All the productivity they take place inside China. And the American man begets all the factories inside China. All the laboring they take place inside China. Now China they be the bill, yes, the imports and going inside America, American man they distribute another the world. As the American made. But the laborers then are from China. And at China then they make. And they pay them people at least. They pay them nothing. So they don't use the inside China. They don't use the inside America. And the people let the voice out. So now I make with a talk again if this World War III, can be stopped or inevitable. This World War III, it possibly stop after so many pains, so many issues that arise. And not possible. So the number one rebels, like I will start and so we'll conclude them. The number one rebels, we always going to point finger at people and say they're not rebels, And then picking it, they're going to shoot every day in our school. So outside and say for go land. Why make you not go na Congress, you go shoot? Why make you not go na police station, you go shoot? Now this can doubts me by the civilians, Where you get problem with governments in the United States, no go take a kindergarten school picking or primary school picking or school picking Go somewhere outside, you create an impact, so then we say maybe this person, it don't do something, maybe. But I don't understand. And now this what they talk of the dementation where they go on inside America. The dementation. People are demented. All man look like say they're normal, but it's not normal. I get one philosophy, or we can say a metaphor, what pick up in this there. Then say the devil, what's the devil good for? Now, would I know mad? Now any devil they turn to mad person. Or it will make the world look you as a mad person. Would I know mad? That person way wise. Satan, in best work than the. Then the one way mad, way really mad, and they make them look sane. So people them. Now I make people like Hitler they be able to govern the world. Or able to govern Germany and controlling people them. Because the people them think say Hitler is sane. That means it's normal. But it not be normal. Now be a crazy monster man. Now the devil in work. Now the devil in work. So now the same thing with any great man right now when I see. Some of them go think say this man is normal. What they do is normal. Now what things Satan don't do for confuse when I thoughts. For them know they see clear. For them know they see clear. And that one way normal. Now when I always go point finger past say a Chris. But one day we're gonna know the Chris man. Because today, look Mohammed Kalon. Now I know son Blacker as in spokesman. Mohammed Kalon son Blacker as in spokesman. Live one on Facebook. We all don't see him. So Blacker today, we all be the tell say it craze. A shake made. Today, 9 on ton. You know, Power Grand event too. What I ask Mohammed Kalon self question? He said, no, I'm not talking to Mohammed Kalon. Now me they talk. We talk now a close self the interview. Blacker. I want to get a blessed day. This is not Harry morning coffee. You know, we don't spend enough time. And for me, young youth them, this now something we for listen to and share them so you companions them. Because some of them histories they are them basic they are what they teach you now. When they get in a salon school. And if finally when they understand small the trends of the world, the trend of the world, what don't take place in the past and what may take place now, for they able to understand history. You know? So you back able to create judgment, not so just for what you back able to contribute, but for able to analyze things them. Maybe for create a difference one day. You know, for create a difference one day. So with the hope say salon when I back in history teachers them, when I begin to teach history, when they enlighten students them, you know, based on the basis, not so just about Africa. Because I'm not able to teach themselves about salon. You know? When I always teach about histories, then we're not even necessary. I wonder if history, you know, but let me try for touch every gap possible. Because they said the world na a global village. It look big na a global village, a very small. You know, and I always remember that. Now, when I boy against Muslims, the servants, aka Bepeko, when I get a blessed day.